What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me. In today's video we're doing a little bit of a prep for Winchester Bay. We got a dune trip in a week and a half, and we're gonna be installing some lighted LED whips, so stay tuned. All right, so here's my machine. We're not actually going to be working on my machine today because I've already wired up my own lighted whip. We got the quick disconnect here and the wiring here, but we're going to be working on Alex's YXZ today. So as soon as he shows up, we'll start working on that project. While we're waiting for Alex, I will give you guys a little preview of my new wheels. I got Beadluck Tusk wheels from Rocky Mountain ATV. I just mounted up my stock 29-inch bighorns to it because this is pretty much all I can fit in my new toy hauler. It can't go much wider. That is something I'm going to work on, check out, and maybe step it up to a 30-inch tire if I can get away with not getting too much wider. But yeah, also pick up some stickers, Bry Guy 503, pick up some merch, support the channel. Make sure you thumbs up the video and subscribe down below. Make sure you do that. And Alex is going to be here very shortly. All right, Alex has showed up. Gonna unload it now. He's got the nice blue, beautiful machine. Oh, you got me the good shit.
I need a couple, so I got you one.
Thanks. We'll stick this bad boy right up in here. All right, here are the lighted whips we're going to be installing. They come with the American flag already attached. These are the SLK Customs light bars off of Amazon. You can pick them up down in the link below. They are $185 for the both of them. And let's just get to it and install these things. So we're going to install it on Alex's 2019 Sport Shift YXZ. He's got the custom center console that we're going to be installing the switch on, and we're going to do the two, well actually he already installed the what are they called, quick disconnects, but there you go, there's one here and one over there so you can run the dual. All right, so we're going to mount up the flags to the quick disconnects, and then so that we know where we're going to run our wires from. So go ahead and put that one on there. We'll just show them how it clicks right on there. There, and then it has this little quick disconnect so that you don't have to run the wire all the time. So we'll just go ahead and snake the wires in here, and then we'll show you along the way what we figure out. So the wiring is pretty simple. It's just a positive and a negative that goes to the Bluetooth controller box, which controls the lighted whips, and then that splits off to two pieces here that go to these, which go to the whips. So it's pretty simple, and they'll run in sync, and should be pretty awesome. So we just took the battery cover off, and then here's the Bluetooth controller, and then it splits here, and then we just ran one to the left side behind the seat and up, and then one to the passenger side over here behind the seat, comes up here, and then we're going to go underneath the plastic here, which will connect to the whip right over here. All right, to run the wires, all we did was we just removed these two bolts here, and then we picked up the plastic and then ran the wire right up here. And now if you look, we have perfect amount of slack so that we can remove and connect the whip. There we go. Now if you were just doing one whip, then you'd be good to go and set and start wiring it up to the actual battery. But we're running dual whips, so we're going to do the same thing to this other side. And then we'll get to the switch and the battery power. All right, so we just got it hooked up directly to the battery just to see and make sure it works. But it also has a cool app that you can download on your phone, and then you can change with the patterns and everything, change the colors, and yeah, so we know they work. Now we can start hooking it up to the switch. All right, so we already have the cover off, obviously, but we have the wires here, positive and negative. Now we want to hook it up to a switch. So we got the switch panel here. It's the same switch panel that I run. I'll put a link up above and down below so you can check out the install of that. for the rugged radio and everything, but we're going to put a switch here. So we're going to remove this and this whole center console, and then start doing some wiring. 10 mil.
Thank you.
So then we're going to pull this pin and this pin so that we can separate that and be able to run our wires through there and up into there. All right, so now we got the center console, and then we're just going to drill some holes because we're going to be using these switches. These are just round switches we got on Amazon. I'll put a link down below in the description for them. All right, there we go. We have 2 holes drilled for the switches. Those will go right inside here, side by side. Now we'll go ahead and drill out the, I don't know, center console plastic right here, somewhere right in there, just so that we can slip the wires through there. So not too big of a hole. Okay, where do you want your hole at?
I'm thinking probably
right there?
Yeah.
I'll just do all the way through, 3/4.
Yep.
No turning back now,
No,
right?
that's good.
We're stuck.
Oh.
There we go. Get right inside that hole.
Get right in the hole.
So for the wiring for the switches, we're just going to be using one of these Nylite off-road wiring harnesses. It's actually made for an LED light bar. Whoops. But we picked that up. I'll put it down, the link down below in the description so you can check that out. But basically it's just a harness, and it's made for a light bar. So what it has is it has a relay, and then it has inline fuse, positive and negative, and then that goes to a switch over here, which this is not the switch that we're going to use, but it works with the switches that we have, but it's already pre-wired for the switch. And then it goes to the LED light bar right here, which instead of going to a light bar, it's just going to go to the whips. Okay, so we have our button right here. This is where it's going to be installed. And then we just ran it down here. Comes down under here, through here, and over here. And then we got our harness that goes right here, and we just zip tied the excess wires here, tuck those away, and then we'll have the relays down here, and then we got our positive and our negative here, and then we'll just hook it up. Okay, so we have, these are the 2 wires that come out of the Bluetooth controller for the whips, and then this is the positive and negative that comes from the harness that goes to the light bar, which we're not doing a light bar, we're doing the whips, but we're going to go ahead and cut it here and splice this into these wires, and then these wires will hook up to the battery. We got the positive and then wherever the negative is right here, and then once we splice those in, we'll be good to go, and then we'll be switched up and we'll be able to switch it on and be running some cool ass lighting. Alright, so we got male and female connectors that we're going to connect. Now when we connect these connectors, we're going to put a male on the positive and then a female on the negative, and then vice versa on the other wires, so that we don't get them mixed up, so that they'll only plug in to the positive and the positive and the negative and the negative, just so that you don't fry anything. Alright, so we got the connectors going on. Now we're going to tuck those away and then hook up the positive and the negative to the actual battery, and then we'll be able to hit the switch and hopefully they will work. Alright, let's go ahead and hit the switch and see if these things work. There we go. We just got those stock factory colors on there. We'll start playing with the app and figure it all out, but we're up and running. And there we go. After playing with it a little bit, we got the one that Alex likes, and we're good to go. Now we just got to put the panels back on, and we'll be ready for the dunes, dude. What do you think?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. All right, there you guys go. We finished the install, but we're not going to put everything back together because we're actually going to install a light bar. But I've already done a video on this. You can check out the video up above and down below in the link. But we've installed the same light bar on my machine, which I have a video for. So check that out. And I just want to say thanks for joining me. Hopefully you give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And Carson, what are you going to do? Thumbs up the video. Thanks for joining me. Peace out. How was your install day?
It was great. Thumbs up.
Let's load this bitch up. Let's go to the bar.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't forget
some people don't know what a bar is anymore, but you know what?
No.
Clackamas County does, okay?